Hey, playa, if things didn't work out between you and your crush the first time, you might be thinking, how do I get a second chance with them? Well, I'm going to explain exactly what you need to do to make that second chance happen and to make something between you and your crush work out. For those of you that are new here, my name is Josh, and every single week I make videos sharing tips, ideas, and stories teaching you how to be your best self. So if you want to learn and grow, hit the subscribe button and make sure to click on the notification bell. Now, getting a second chance with your crush is going to require a little bit of work on your end. You're going to need to change up a few things, a few patterns that you have, a few behaviors if you want them to actually start paying attention to you. And this is the part where people start to mentally check out because they don't want to make those changes. They just want things to magically work. But these 4 points that I'm about to share with you are going to make all the difference. So listen up. Number 1, when it comes to getting a second chance with your crush, you need to present your new best self to them. And that simply means working on your own self-development. To you, that might mean changing up your clothing style or exercising more so you feel physically fit. The whole point really is to feel comfortable around your crush. And if you feel insecure about how you look, that's going to come off insecure to them too. They're going to notice that trait. Or perhaps that's working on your social skills, talking to more people, networking more, growing your group of friends. The fact that you can become more social as time goes on will help your crush see that you're someone that's interesting, someone worth talking to, someone that they want to be around. And while there's plenty of external things you could probably find to fix, it's also important to work on the internal, your self-confidence, your sense of being, finding your path and your purpose. If you're a person that's all style and no substance, your crush is going to read that eventually. Sure, you may wow them with how you look, but if you can't keep them there with a good personality, it's not going to go anywhere. So when I say present your new best self, what I really mean is this, that there's an old you that your crush has already gotten to know. And if you want them to look at you and say, wow, I feel like you're a totally different person now, you carry a different, more positive energy, you need to start creating that lifestyle. Number 2, if you want to convince your crush to give you a second chance, I cannot stress this enough. Don't hold them to their past feelings. So many people make this mistake and kind of pressure their crush to give them a reason why, to explain to them, why did you reject me the first time? Why didn't you like me? And this long line of questioning really leads down just one path, your crush feeling like you're insecure. If you're constantly asking your crush, why did you reject me? Why didn't you answer my phone call? Why don't you ever respond to my DMs? How come you never talk to me whenever I smile at you or look at you? Yes, your crush is not going to look at that behavior and say, oh wow, this is a person now that I really want to get to know. Your crush is going to say, yeah, you're a little too much for me, just kind of stay back. I feel like I want to say this with claps in between each word, but basically your crush doesn't owe you an explanation. That just felt weird. Your crush doesn't owe you an explanation. If they rejected you once in the past, it was because they didn't feel a deep connection with you. And that's simply it. They don't have to explain away their feelings or really give you a solid, detailed reason as to why they just didn't want to go out with you. And I know it's incredibly frustrating to not know why. To not know why they just didn't like you. To not know why they didn't respond to you when you sent them a message. But some things you just have to let go if you want to work towards a better future with them. You have to recognize that they're a person with their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences. Until you can kind of see that for what it is, you're only going to be focused on your own. Maybe at the time they wanted to focus more on schoolwork and didn't really want to pursue any romantic relationships. Or maybe it was something just as simple as you said something or did something that completely turned them off. Or maybe it's that rumors are flying around and they believe them and they just really think you're not the person that you actually are. Either way, the whole point is this, that they have their own perspective of the situation, and it's not your job to force them to teach you it. Developing the ability to let go is going to be one of your strongest attributes. Now, yes, there will be times where it's important for you to follow up and ask questions, and to ask them, why did you say this, or why did you do this? But you need to remember that if you're trying to get that second chance with your crush, at the beginning is not the right time. The third thing you need to know about getting a second chance with your crush is that you want to avoid making the same mistakes you made the first time around that ruined your chances. I'm talking about things like clinginess and jealousy, a lack of confidence, or trying to be a class clown and make everyone laugh all the time. These are things that are going to prevent your crush from being open and honest and vulnerable around you. They're going to feel like they can't really be themselves because you're more focused on what you're dealing with and not really focused on creating an engaging experience with them. Hold on though, I'm not trying to bash you if you're dealing with your own personal struggles and challenges. challenges, being jealous of your crush talking to someone else, or just feeling a lack of confidence and insecurity because you don't really feel like you're up to par or on their level, are real things that you may be dealing with. I seriously want you to know that it doesn't make you any less of a person or any less deserving of love and kindness simply because you are dealing with these struggles and challenges. Every one of us has our own battles that we need to overcome. So I think it's important for you to talk about what you're going through, to process those feelings so they don't interfere with your second chance and second opportunity you're trying to build with your crush. And the best way to do that is to be honest with yourself by really reflecting on your interactions. Maybe, for example, you approach different crushes and you're constantly getting rejected and you feel like, well, every single person I'm talking to is the problem. Well, maybe it's the way that you're speaking to them or how you approach them or how often you talk to them. Really reflect on your own behavior because it's the only way that you're going to learn and grow. And the fourth thing you need to know when it comes to convincing your crush to give you a second chance is that no matter how much you work on yourself, no matter how much you improve and become your best self, there's no guarantee that they actually are going to want to go out with you. I know that's a real punch in the gut there, but it's true. At the end of the day, if your crush doesn't want to go out with you, you can't force them to do anything that they don't feel comfortable with. And you have to be able to come to terms with the fact that no matter how much work you put in, it's not always going to pay off like you want it to. But it's not fair. I do so much for them. I talk to them all the time. I buy them things. I check up on them. I send them cute romantic messages. Why won't they like me back? If you're feeling that way right now and you're incredibly frustrated, let's take a step back and breathe for a moment. Close your eyes. Let's do this together. Close your eyes for a second. Now take a deep breath. Hold it in and let it out. Okay, now we can proceed with trying to figure out how to handle this situation. If you're doing everything right and it's just not working out, you have to remember that any relationship worth having is built on the foundation of two people that genuinely want to get to know each other better, that genuinely feel okay being vulnerable and honest and open, and generally are attracted to each other in some kind of way. And as much as you feel you can fulfill that entire criteria for them, they don't feel that exact same way. And that might be the reason why they rejected you the first time around. They just didn't feel that deep spark or connection. And I know for you, you might be thinking, okay, they rejected me twice. Now what do I have to do? What do I have to fix so that I can get a third chance with them? But I think if you're aiming for a third chance, it's time to let go. And letting go of your crush doesn't mean that you're unworthy or unlovable or that you failed in any kind of way. Sometimes people just don't connect. And it's important for you to kind of put yourself out there more, to interact with more people, to find people that you do deeply connect with. Getting over your crush is not an easy thing to do, especially when you feel like you've invested so much time and energy into this one person, but it is possible. In fact, I break down how to do it in this video over here, so I think you should go check it out. Also, this Thursday, I'm going to be live streaming and sharing exactly why giving up on your crush is sometimes the best thing you can do. You can check out the video over here once I post it. But join me on Thursday for the live stream. And on that note, guys, I'll catch you next time. As always, love and peace.